Hey there, Kate here, popping on for a mini episode to talk a minute about giving back, both the concept of the phrase and the action. First, what does it mean? Well, without looking up an official definition, I think we all know that giving back is essentially doing something for someone else and not expecting payment. Accolades, well, I think of all the buildings named after the people who gave money for them. That's not wrong, and I have donated a plenty, not anonymously. So saying this for me as much as for anyone else, to remember that the highest pinnacle of giving back is truly expecting nothing in return, not even a thank you. But giving back often involves a sacrifice from the giver. It may not be more than the sacrifice of 1 minute of your time to share a nonprofit's mission with someone, or the sacrifice of a glass of wine at a restaurant to donate that money to a cause instead. But every bit counts. Giving back is not always a sacrifice, though. I know when I taught a fitness class to raise money for an organization that I care about, the New York Foundling. Sure, the prep took time, but the actual class, it gave me a workout too. Which leads me to my next point, that giving back is always mutually beneficial in some way. The crux of it is the feeling that we know we are doing something good, something to help someone, something, or a lot of someone's. We'll circle back to that in a minute. Let's talk about how to give back. There are so many ways. It can be overwhelming at times to pinpoint what to do. But giving back can be done informally, so to speak, as much as formally. For instance, check on your grandma. How is she doing? Call her, visit her, bring her flowers. Take your niece or nephew to the park for an hour. Ask the cashier at the grocery store how he's doing today. Compliment the barista's really cool earrings. Tell that little kid passing you holding his dinosaur toy with so much pride that is the most ferocious and awesome dinosaur you ever did see. All of these are what I might label as informal ways to give back. And then notice how you feel after these brief encounters too. In the more formal category, if you will, I would put things like volunteer events, nonprofit boards, 5Ks, and so on. After well over 100 interviews with guests for Be the Good with Kate, a few themes have made themselves very clear. Ideas that keep coming up guest after guest. When I ask each person about advice they would give someone who wants to find a way to make a difference but is feeling stuck in how to make that happen, nearly everyone highlights one or both of these. Taking a small step and taking the time to think about what you care about. So a small step, a one-off volunteer event. There are so many. And thanks to Google and community Facebook groups, we can find them. Volunteermatch.org is one website you can look into. Ask your local library, ask a friend, notice who is posting about organizations on their social media and see if they need volunteers. And then think about the issues that really light you up. Is it children's education, climate, dogs, better healthcare? I'm laughing when I say dogs because my dog is right here at my feet. If you are saying, well, I care about all of these, then I get it. And that is where the overwhelm can come in. But try to pick one to search specifically for ways to help. Or as mentioned a moment ago, see what your community or your network of friends and family are doing. And perhaps you want to get involved there as well. Nonprofits are groups organized to serve a social cause or mission rather than to make a profit. Some examples from Be the Good with Kate guests include Samaritan Aviation, bringing seaplanes and therefore better health care to the people of Papua New Guinea. It's episode 49. And Rise in Chicago, helping women rise past traumas. It's episode 106. Be Free Adaptive Clothing to fit around wheelchairs and other challenges. Episode 54. Sing Aphasia, Princeton, New Jersey's choir, bringing together people with the language disorder. Episode 43. These are just a few of many, but all of these organizations have various missions for the betterment of the world in some way. Nonprofits are wide-ranging. Some are very specific, others very broad. And again, thanks to the internet now, we can research ones that are using their fundraising dollars for the most good. Charity Navigator and GuideStar are websites that publish financial information for nonprofits to help guide donors and volunteers. Charity Navigator and GuideStar, I use those a lot when I'm looking to see about donating somewhere. So give monetarily, give your time, give your resources, as in, share on your social media about upcoming events, send an email to friends and family about an organization you care about, or use your skills to help. Teach a class, ask if they need office help, or offer your accounting services, the options, they go on and on. Something I love about talking to the Be the Good with Kate guests is I am always learning new ways to make a difference, new ways to help a certain cause, getting my brain going with new ideas. Like I always leave an interview thinking, oh my gosh, I could do this or I could do that or I need to tell so-and-so about this. And feeling more empowered that each of us can do something. If you've been following me for a while, I talk about that a lot. It's so true. We all can do something. Okay, to wrap up, let's touch base on back on that idea about how giving back is mutually beneficial. All right, Rush University Medical Center. They share about why giving feels good, and they tell us the following. The physiology of it. Quote, a study on charitable donation in which researchers performed functional MRI scans on donors' brains showed that after donating, a part of their brains lit up or became active. The MRI scans are used to detect neurological activity. The part of that brain that controls feelings of reward and pleasure lit up. And then there's the quality of life aspect. Quote, from research that focuses on volunteering for organizations or informally helping loved ones, researchers consistently find that these activities can lead to greater self-esteem, life satisfaction, and sense of purpose. One study of older adults found that those who helped their loved ones experienced greater feelings of personal control over their lives. This feeling in turn decreased the likelihood that they would experience depressive symptoms. Another study on people coping with grief after the loss of a spouse found that those who provided practical assistance to others, such as money, transportation, or help with chores, recovered more quickly from depressive symptoms caused by their grief. Depression and lack of self-esteem have both been linked with heart disease and other health conditions. This link may partially explain why volunteering can lead to both better mental health and better physical health. Working toward a goal and feeling like you are making a contribution to society likely increases your sense of purpose in life, which contributes to both psychological and physical health. So that was all from Rush University Medical Center's article called The Health Benefits of Giving. So I hope this gave you a bit of inspiration today, as well as motivation to look around and see how you can make a difference. That said, if you're someone who's listening to a podcast about being the good, you most likely are already seeking out ways to make the world a better place each day. Because remember, informally or formally, it doesn't matter. We all have the power to make a difference each day. So thanks for what you're doing. Perhaps start by smiling at someone you encounter today or sending a text to a friend. Thanks for listening. And if you know someone who could use this boost of good news today, please do send this to them. Every share helps this podcast's mission to motivate us all in how we can give back by following our passions. Have a great day.